Alright, today we are going to install the Ram Hemi hood. To begin, we're going to make sure the car has been washed, and we are going to go ahead and clean it with 70% isopropyl alcohol just to ensure that the graphic will stick correctly. Do not use Windex or anything that has an ammonia base to it. Only use 70% isopropyl alcohol when cleaning. You need to make sure that the car has not been waxed before. If you do wash the car, make sure it is with soap and water only. But this is very important to make sure that you get the surface cleaned properly. Alright, to ensure that we are set with the tape guides and the center point, what we have done is we are measuring between these 2 points right here, just on the front, to find center here, and then coming up here, you can find your center by between the washers and then the indention that is up above. Find center and go ahead and put 1-inch masking tape in there, and that will give you your center point. Alright, so this is the wet install. This is blue mask on top of a matte black. So when you get your kit, there will be a blue mask if you're using a wet install. Main thing with this, make sure that the surface is clean and make sure that you are getting centered with this kit.
From the edge of that kit, I'm coming down to this point at the edge of the hood at 1.5 inches. That seems to center it good with the windshield washer fluid sprayers. Line it up, and I'll move it all the way up here. Make sure it's centered pretty good there. Here. If you're long arms like me, you can do that. If not, get a step stool to the side.
Alright, so what we're doing with this, we're going to get one side lined up just right. We're going to put tick marks along the side. We'll go ahead and put on the other side before we do anything. Nothing is wet at this point. So make sure, just to see where we're at, make sure your void is consistent. So all this is just making sure that we are centered for both sides. So the tape will hold it in place while we're still getting everything lined up. So we've taken off the side, that way we know that everything is centered, we know that our center point is correct. Now what we're going to do is add little tick marks along the edge. All it is just 1-inch piece of tape, and you're just putting it right along the side of the vinyl. What this will do is, as you are installing, it will give you a point of reference that you need to line up to along the edge. Right side is the liner. Do not get this wet. If you get this wet, it can cause immediate damage to the kit. all you're doing is lining up your edges to your reference points. He made a little mark across, that way he can line up the pin mark. You want to make sure you're not using something that's going to go through the mask. A grease pencil would be the best thing to use. All right, this is why you do not take off the center line. Those tick marks there are going to save you a lot of time when coming up with your center void. So make sure you have leave those on when you get done with the first side. So repeat exactly as we did the first side, and we will show you the end result. Alright, to take off this mask, we've let this material sit a little bit. You definitely want to take your time peeling back the corner. Now when you've actually got it started, it's going to sound bad, but just do it in quick spurts and the masking will come off very clean and nice. So as you can see, we have 3M matte black film. That's what the material will look like with the blue mask. So when you're originally opening up, a lot of people get concerned when they see the blue, but that's just the mask, so there's your difference right there. Now on the corners, if the mask is not wanting to come off the material to start, let it dry out some more. Just let it sit and get some more dry time. There is the wet install for the Ram Hemi hood.